Welcome to the Outsider Media Group, where we talk battle rap from bottom to the top tier. There's no cool table of biasness here. Right now, I'm kicking with Kaleb, Danny Myers, and E Farrell. What's going on, fellas?
Yo, what's poppin'?
What up, fellas?
What's up?
All right, let's get into it, Kaleb. Go ahead. Let's get into it.
Well, I mean, before we actually get into the real segment, like I said, I want to go ahead and ask on the show. So, Danny, we seen you posting about it. You and Twerk, what's going on, man?
Shit. I was ready to rap, still ready to rap, and I don't see him. I'm looking out my window right now. I still don't see no Twerk. Like,
I'm
where
looking
is
out
he
my
at?
window too. I don't see any signs.
Where is he at? I told them, okay, once he got whatever hospital, blah, blah, blah. Once that happened, I said, well, hey, put him on the next plane and we can do it on the rooftop or LA street corner and we can get this in. And they told me that within a week they would get him out here. He still ain't came. So now I guess they're going to reschedule it, but I'm just not even, I'm kind of over it.
Damn. Well, I mean, that's kind of a shame because I feel like that had classic potential in it. I mean, the energy, the vibe, like that really could have made Initiation a better event than it was. And I didn't have a problem with the event, but I think that was a lot of people's choice for Battle of the Night. So I think
it definitely would have been Battle of the Night for sure, without a doubt.
But anyway, we'll move on. We'll move on past that. So the first thing we're gonna talk about, man, it hasn't been getting as much of the press as it probably should have because I feel like no matter the popular opinion, I feel like it's still one of the best cards this year. Rare Breed Entertainment presents Rare Breeds. How do we feel?
I'm loving the card.
For real? Dre, how you feel about the card, fam?
Oh, nice. I wish I could put the shit on speaker.
What you mean the Rare Breed? The Murder Mook event?
Yes, sir.
I mean, at first, I was kind of iffy as the names went down, you know what I'm saying, because of the hype of the Mook return or whatever. But it's a good card, man, for people that like lyrics and people that like solid matchups, man. This is gonna be a good card, man.
All right. Well, Danny, I mean, you're on the card. How do you feel about the card overall, fam?
I like it. I like that ARP was able to still create a dope card despite all the backouts. Because this wasn't even the original card, as y'all know. So he had a whole different card than this, and people just started dropping out of the event left and right. So he was still able to salvage what he could and still make a dope ass card. So shout out to ARP and shout out to Lawrence for that.
All right.
Well, with all the musical chairs that went on, I guess it's still a dope card though.
What happened, Dre?
I was saying with all the musical chairs that went on with the backouts and probably the blockages, it still turned out to be a decent card though.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and ask this. I mean, I know that they're running in competition a week apart. Is this a better card than Summer Madness 7 to y'all?
I think so. I mean, I don't know. It's tough because Smack, the name, always like Summer Madness is always Summer Madness should be the biggest event of the year. But when you bring back Murder Mook, when you throw King Los on a fucking card, and then you just got like the Danny and Pat, the Iron and Big K, just like big battles that, regardless of the platform, are really hard to not talk about. It makes it tough. So, I mean, personally, I'm more excited for this one. There's a couple Summer Madness battles that, regardless, I have to watch that card. I have to be almost equally as excited, but there's a little more wild card element to this one where it makes it a little more exciting to talk about, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think when you take Sue Surf off as much as we'll talk about JC and Iron, or we already did kind of, but, with Sue Surf having his first battle back against Rum Nitty, this would be his first Summer Madness back in a couple of years. So I think that's the definitely like as cool as Iron and JC could. Losing Iron and Surf for the Summer Madness and what makes that card so heavy kind of hurts it a bit. Because people are personally gonna be excited for Sue Surf more than almost anything else. But I still like that card. I still like the Hitman. I mean, the Hitman and Tay-Rock, come on, we've been waiting for that forever. Reed Dollars versus T-Rex, I've been waiting forever. People don't like that. I'd rather see it on a small room card. I think the big stage might fuck it up a little, but I don't know. Summer Madness has some crazy shit.
That's a fact. Yeah. Hey, Danny, real quick. I think you might have a little bit of an echo going on.
Hold on. Let me fix that. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. 1 second.
Oh no, dog. I'm just hyped to see King Lowe's battle, like, and to see Murda Mook back. It, like, those two, like, not surprises or wild card or whatever. Those are just like so exciting to me that it's just hard to care about any other card more than that.
Well, let me. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say I personally, and I know not a lot of people feel this way, but I am a little bit more excited for the ARP, the Rare Breeds card, because I feel like it has a lot of like just intangibles that like people aren't grasping. Like they're getting so caught up in the fact of, oh, it's Summer Madness. They're gonna have Rock and Hitman. They're gonna have this. I feel like this card has a lot. Like you're gonna see B-Dot for the first time on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wave. You're gonna get to see like the style clash of Pat Stay and Danny. You're gonna see the bars versus the performance type of deal. Iron and Big K has a potential to be a classic if they're both like on their best, which I mean we might see the resurgence of the Big K that we used to fuck with. I mean there's a lot of, and then they have a surprise battle, and I'm hearing rumors about what it is. I'm not gonna speak on it, but if it is, it could be.
I would like to cut the mics or the whatever. Tell me those rumors later, because I have no fucking idea.
Oh, that
I haven't even put any thought into it. If it's gonna be like a up and comer type battle, or like it's gonna be another like.
If it is what I'm hearing that it is, a lot of like people might actually be excited if this person is on their well, if both of these people are on their A game, it could be a very dope battle. It could be a sleeper pick for battle of the night. But anyway, overall, I mean,
hold up before you. I'll ask you about it later, or what you think it is, because I want to know regardless. But is it something that should be? It's the mystery battle is listed at the third from the bottom. Is it? Do you think in like big names, or is
enough to not be on the bottom? I think it deserves about that spot on the card. It could be a little bit higher, but
which is with no disrespect, because those, you could move any of those battles around. They're all fucking crazy.
There's like people get caught up in the fact that you have like Big T and Ill Will. Big T hasn't been his best lately.
Yeah.
I mean,
you want to talk about top 10? You want to talk about the top 10?
Has Big T been on RBE? He hasn't been on RBE before, right?
He hasn't.
No, I think it's his first time. But,
so, I mean, we don't know what he could do on the platform. He might just show up, and it might be the resurgence. Like, it could be another. Ill Will drops very fire battles on there. Ill Will and Daylight, Ill Will and Big Cannon, Ill Will and Math. Like,
Ill Will and Math, right?
I was hoping like Big T. I'm hoping. I was hoping. I am hoping that Big T, like you said, resurgence. Like, let's see, like show us. And it's sad that we gotta say that.
Show us, like,
I don't know.
Sad, but he's too inconsistent for me, honestly.
Well, let me go ahead and without further ado, let's go from the bottom of the card, and we'll go all our way to the main event. So at the bottom we have Spanish Harlem versus Top 10. Are y'all familiar with these gentlemen?
Yeah, I got Spanish Harlem gonna take that one.
I think I got Spanish too, man. Spanish got an ill pen, man, and some people just ain't. They're not smart enough to catch some of the stuff he says, and then he plays with the cadence some. He'll switch his cadence up during battles. So I think I'm fucking with Spanish on that one. Not to slight top 10, but I've seen more Spanish Harlem's work.
I haven't seen top 10. Which is he like a RBE? Like he came up on the 1SK or whatever. What league is he from? Trap House?
I think he was on the was it RBE or was it Hip Hop Was Real or something? It
Spanish
was him
Harlem.
versus the dude
Prep.
No, top
Rambo.
10. I know Spanish Harlem's from the DMV or whatever.
I was about to say
Oh,
E-Battle Prep. I remember
Honestly, dude, I don't know. Spanish Harlem, I get it, but I'm just not the biggest fan. I've seen him battle multiple times, and I was just never like really impressed. But you know, I get what he does. People like it. He, you know, wears this fucking pea coat and, you know, tries to talk to him or whatever. But I just don't.
You talking about everything but the battle rap. We ain't talking about the fashion. The fashion. We talking about the bars, yo.
I'll talk about
Who you got with the
Well, I'll
bars?
talk about the pea coat because that's important. But I feel when it gets to the bars, I don't think like I've never heard anything from Spanish Harlem that made me be like, this dude is wild. Like I'm just like, oh, he's wearing a pea coat. He's getting barked on. I thought Prep cooked him. I thought, yeah, Prep fuck him up really bad, and he was like, made dude look crazy.
Nah, that was a decent battle, I guess. You know what I
Hootie
mean?
battle
I don't know. I
drugs.
respect his art. I
don't
respect his art. Hold on, real quick, Furl. I respect his art or whatever, and I respect the way he break his bars down. You know what I'm saying? He has the top pen, man, but he just got to make his way up so people can actually see what he's doing and respect what he's doing.
Yeah,
This might be the card. This might be his breakout game, real quick,
I
right
would
here.
like
You know,
to see
everybody
that.
get that one.
Yeah.
Hey.
So do we? I mean, unanimously, do we have Spanish winning it or what?
Yes.
I guess so, because I haven't seen top 10. So even though I'm not
I'm not that familiar
excited
with
by
it.
Spanish Harlem, I think he's got the experience, right? For sure. You know, people like him. He'll be up there. I wish it was like a Jay Murda on the opening spot, or like someone that a show off, like someone who's not like the biggest name, but been on RBE a little more. But like Danny was saying, the shit got jumbled around. I'm sure Jay Murda would have been on the card if, you know, I'm sure he got offered something. So I can't really hate on that.
Yeah, I mean that's a fact. So all right, so next battle we got is B-Dot versus Swave Seva. What's what are we thinking? B-Dot and Swave, man. It's an interesting style clash to me. I know that word. But
okay. Oh, go ahead. My fault.
no, go ahead, Danny. About to say, you can talk about it first. You face both of
Tough.
these men, so
Yeah. Tough situation for B-Dot. Not battle rap wise, but I think environment wise. Like you're gonna be in New York in a room full of Harlem dudes, and they going for their man. You feel me? So it's kind of like, will his work get over with that crowd? Will his type of message and his style of rapping go well with that crowd? It's an experiment. We don't know. I know easily B-Dot can win this battle lyrically. That's without a doubt, and that's not even being West biased because I'm actually cool with both of them. Has nothing. I battle both of them, so I'm not even biased towards either one. But I just think on a lyrical level, B-Dot just delves deeper into his material. But with all that being said, I mean, you in Swave House, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen how that shit went for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to beat Swave in Club Drum, man.
So
yeah, he's
with
at
that being
home.
said,
He's at
who do you
home.
have winning, Danny?
Maybe in the building you might get Swave winning, but on camera I'm gonna have B-Dot.
Clear.
I'm not gonna discredit Swave. I don't know if this would be too. I mean, cause Swave is crazy with them angles when he want to be, man. That's a tough fight, honestly, for both of them. But I definitely gonna take B-Dot 2-1.
All right, go ahead, Dre.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with B-Dot too. You know, just for the simple fact that like when we was talking to Dot, he knows what he's going into. He's walking into the fire, so he can't play there. He's in Harlem basically. So, based on all the rest of Dot's battle, he hasn't given me no other reason not to think that he won't perform up to top-notch skills.
Yeah. What do you think, Farrell?
It's tough. I think like in the same breath of Swave having New York and, you know, RBE crowd, that he's more comfortable with. When you bring someone over to the other coast for the first time, especially someone with such like hype around them, like B-Dot, and I think RBE is like one of the best, like most fair crowds in general. I think that it's going to go like a long way. I think like the novelty of B-Dot having his East Coast debut, with, you know, a crowd that's never seen him battle live before on that platform, combined with just, you know, he's not going to be like fucking around. He's going to be on his shit. So I think he might really, really, really have that place going crazy, and he could get more reaction than Swave. It could be one of those things where I think writing wise, they're pretty equal. They both have a lot of like angle based rounds structured like in different ways. Like they have different flows and shit like that, but they're both, you know, people are gonna expecting to hear a lot of angles and shit like that, or talk to him or whatever it is. But I really feel like B-Dot could end up stealing the crowd just because he's just so exciting right now, and the East Coast debut, like combined with that, he could really but personally, like I don't think I could say who I like more, or who I want to win more. I like them both. They're both dope at what they do, so
all right, well,
it'll be cool. But I don't know, something about those. I mean, you saw even B-Dot when he debuted on Smack on the West Coast, like it was crazy. Like it was a surprise battle or whatever, but he still has that kind of like new factor to him where we haven't seen him a bunch. So when he's popping up on like a different platform, it's just going to be like really exciting.
Yeah, that's a fact. And me personally, I feel like B-Dot, like you said, his debut and the fact that he is on fire right now, I feel like that might neutralize out the home field advantage that Swave might have. Like if it was a lesser type of a guy, then Swave might actually have that advantage. But I think that it might be about even. And then at that point, all you can really judge on is bars, you know?
Yeah,
And
sometimes,
in my opinion, bars are better. Like B-Dot's bars are better than Swave's. Now, Swave probably will be on like some bully shit, you know, talking his shit to him. But I got right now, I got B-Dot winning 2-1.
Yeah, I don't. The weird thing is too, like when the home field advantage thing, it's almost like it can work. It can work as a double-edged sword where, yeah, people are used to Swave. He'll have a lot more friends there.
You know, he's battled in New York however many times, but that also, like, subconsciously people have seen him a lot, so they're kind of used to it. They're not like, holy shit, like Swave's in front of me right now battling, like I've seen this before. Even if he's like on fire and, you know, completely doing his shit, it can work against you too when you're, you know, you've been in the front of the same crowd so many times. Like it wears anyone out. But I don't really think
it's like Swave is being it's like repetitive. You know, they know what he come to bring.
I don't think, yeah, that's the thing. Like it's Swave, so I don't know. I shouldn't be really applying that to here, but it could, you know, in this case, just because B-Dot is the complete other end of the spectrum.
Yeah. All right. Well, next up we got Yaktown's own Ill Will versus Mr. Chilaka Boo. What's what are we thinking? Go ahead, Dre. You started off.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna say this. Big T, from what I've been hearing, he did pretty good his last battle. So I think he got his love back for battle rap. You know, after a while, you know, from doing battle rap for so long, you know, I guess people just lose the love of the sport or whatever, or just take it for what it is. You know, he took a couple bad battles, just, you know, taking it as a check thing. But those are the things that mess up your legacy. So I think now that people are not really respecting his craft or his art, he has something to prove again. And I think that's what a lot of battlers need sometimes. They need to have something to prove, to actually perform like they need to, and not just live off their name. But once you get to a point that people don't respect you and you got to earn that respect back, now you have to really get back into that book and start writing.
But, yeah, I mean, I can agree with that. So who you got winning? Big T?
Nah, I'm kind of tall. I'm torn between the two on this one. Pause. But Ill Will, he hasn't had a real bad battle in a lot. He had some disappointing battles. I thought he was gonna have better content in some of these battles, but he just got edged out. So this is a battle, man. It's like a coin toss battle right here, man. Whichever one is whichever one gets whichever one catches fire first. So let's say that.
Okay.
Whoever gets the momentum first. So, but if I got to pick now, I'm gonna go with Ill Will.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at that. Me personally, I feel like and it's not even anything based off of like their recent performances. Just knowing the heights that Big T can achieve and the heights that Ill Will can achieve. I personally I've got Ill Will 2-1 because I feel like he's more dangerous in my opinion. He has like a larger arsenal. He can freestyle very well. He can improvise off anything, and he can make haymakers. I mean, you saw at Nome, one of his biggest haymakers in his battle was talking about like Adrian Broner, which was just like a freestyle, like so his freestyles definitely hit, and then his writtens are no slouch either, really. So I got Ill Will 2-1, but I do feel like if Big T comes like the way that he's supposed to, then I feel like Big T could take it. So Danny? You want to go next? What do you? Who do you
Uh,
got?
I got Ill Will without a question. I just can't I thought I had Ill Will beat Math, and I had him 3-0 in T-Top. So I don't see how I'm gonna just bet against him versus a Big T that show up every now and then. Just I don't know, man.
Yeah. All right, Farrell. What do you think?
I guess I gotta say Big T, right, guys? I mean, someone has to.
It's actually funny because when we were talking about the top writers and a little bit before, I'm almost mad that we didn't throw Big T into that conversation. I think Big T, personally, for sure, but I think it's pretty agreeable that he's like one of the better writers, one of the most underrated and unorthodox, especially. He's such a creative pen, so much different shit he can do. And when he is on point, obviously super dangerous. First time on RBE for Big T as well, so that's interesting. Like I'm gonna probably have to mention that same whole shock factor. When it's your first time on a platform. I'm trying to think of the last time he even battled in New York on like a big stage. It's probably been a while, so I think that's gonna be cool.
It might have been Summer Madness 5, honestly.
It's been a while. I know he did. Well, he did the
He did the double impact, I know.
Yeah, in the Black Ice event, the other, when he battled Danger Zone or whatever a year or so ago.
Yeah,
And,
but I don't consider that really a big stage, though. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it wasn't for sure. But I'm
Okay.
just trying to think of like his last like big battles in New York.
Okay.
But I don't know. Personally, I don't know if I like Big T or Ill Will more than the other. I like them both a lot. I might like Big T a little more, but I don't know. Ill Will is crazy on the RBE stage, and like proven time after time. He takes less risks. I think Big T will take these weird angles where he'll do like a roasting session, or he'll do the thing. You know the shit Big T does where he'll say something like a bunch of times. I'm trying to think of how he did it.
The kicking it shit.
Yeah, like I'll butcher it. I'll butcher it if I try and quote one. But he does those like schemes. I don't even know what to call them, but I don't know. Big T has crazy creative concepts. Yeah, but I don't know. I just think that he was dope against Oops when he battled on Massacre. I think he fucked Oops up. I'm trying to think of what he's had a couple battles like on Dope Flop and shit. I don't know. I always like Big T, so it might just be a personal thing. I usually like Ill Will too. This is probably like one of my favorite battles on this card on paper, and like where I see them both like bringing it. It's probably going to happen like midway through the event or some shit like that too, where I think like the crowd will be really into it. So I don't know, man. I think it comes down to really how they react to Big T. because I think Ill Will is going to shut it down regardless. Let's be real. He doesn't ever not deliver on RBE.
Yeah.
So as long as if Big T, is on his A game, super A game, he could match that and maybe even go above it. So I don't know. I'll give it to Big T. But I said, this is definitely in my top 3 battles on this card. And I think when it's all said and done, it'll probably be the one that I go back and watch, multiple times and really enjoy. So I don't know.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and say this. I feel like with the newness factor, we're talking about Big T, we're talking about you good, Danny?
Oh man, oh shit.
But yeah, with the newness factor of Big T and B Dot, I feel like Big T might have more of a the crowd might react to him because he's very performance heavy. He knows whether you like his bars or not, he does know how to make the crowd react. So like I say, I'm not mad if people say that they hope that Big T shows up and he gets this 2-1 because on his A game, I think he definitely has the potential to win this battle.
They're both such fun. They're both such fun battlers to watch, dude. It's it's an awesome battle. It's an awesome battle.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's keep going. So next up we got Pat Stay versus Danny Myers. Go ahead, set it off, Farrell.
Oh man. Well, going off Danny Myers' top 10 list on the Penzer earlier, I'm gonna have to say Pat Stay 4-0. No, just dude, this is another one where this is probably, I think, the most style clash. Well, definitely probably the most style clash on the card. It's gonna be nutty. I don't think I watched Pat Stay and Goods in full, which came out in RBE, it wasn't Goods. It was Verb. It was Verb, which I probably should have watched before I did this to see how Pat Stay fully did on RBE. But I think that's one that, Danny, how many times have you been on RBE?
I think Danny's
twice.
Oh. It was Chilla, and what was the other one?
And Swave.
Yeah. Swave. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. Both dudes charismatic in different ways. Both writers in different ways. I see Pat trying to be really funny and call you a chocolate chip cookie and shit like that. But but you know how he gets down. So I see that. But he's still a writer in the same sense, not as punchline heavy. But then Danny, I know it's just going to be quotable after quotable. I don't know, man. It's a hard one to call. This is whatever you like more. So
that's what I would say.
I would say I like both you guys pretty comparable for different reasons. So I guess let's see if the crowd isn't sick of Pat Stay yet over there, or if he wants to continue to adapt and do shit that's gonna pop for that crowd. I think Danny, I just don't see you really having many dry spots just based off how you write your shit, and it's just going to be very punch after punch. So I don't know. Probably comes down to what type of risks Pat takes, or whatever. If he keeps up his momentum and rocks like he did against Verb, which, like I said, I haven't watched as thoroughly as I should have, but from what I've heard and seen, he was very consistent there, and he didn't really have any dead rounds or dead parts in his rounds much at all.
Yeah. Let me well, go ahead, Dre. Tell me what you think. And Pat Stay versus Danny Myers.
Let me say this. As we go through these battles, I'm starting to realize that these are some good battles.
I was just about to say, I'm getting mad that y'all are making me predict these because I'm just gonna say coin flip every time. Give me a fucking battle where I can hate someone. Give me why didn't they put someone I didn't like on this card?
On this card, man. People don't. I'm sorry, Dre. About to say, I don't mean to cut you off, but people just don't give this. They don't give this this card as much credit. I understand what Dre's saying. These are very whenever they happen, it has the potential to be the biggest card this year. But go on, Dre. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Y'all keep going. I understand. I'm glad that y'all on the same page because it's a lot of these battles is probably going to have great replay value, but just because just because how the matches are, man. But man, this is another good one. It matters what you want, what you want to look for. Pat Stay, he always has a lot of jokes. He has his way with him, but he was pretty aggressive versus Verb. He's always lyrical. But Danny, of course, he's gonna come in there like a fucking madman. And there's no jokes, none of that, just going in. So it's perfect. It's a blend. It's the yin and the yang. You know what I mean? Joke, aggression. It's gonna be good battles, man. This might be a coin. They should have called this the coin flip match or something like that.
I'm not even. I feel the same, dog. Every time you want to say someone, you feel bad that you didn't say the other, and not even because Danny Myers is on the line. I'm not even gonna act like that's the reason. It's just I want to say the same thing about the Swave one. I wanted to say the same thing about the Illwell one. It's
but
like
let me go ahead.
You can't count someone out.
We at the outsider media group, man. We're not biased, but we gotta call it one way or the other, man. So Farrell, who you had win?
Oh, let me get mine. Hold on.
Like,
did you not just hear me? I got a coin right
flip
here.
Flip a coin. Just say somebody. I don't care who you say.
I'll be as unbiased as I can. I got a fucking penny. I didn't even reach for a quarter. That's how fast I'm trying to do it. Oh, yep. Okay, Danny, what do you want to be, Abe?
I'll be Abe. Fuck.
Damn, Pat Stay it is. Sorry, bro.
Go ahead.
All right, not a problem.
I think I'm going with Danny, man, because Danny gives the battle something like, God damn, I didn't catch that live. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this. Or even if you didn't catch it the first time, when you go back and listen, like, how did I miss that? Now you got to go back one more time, rewind it, and I like that type of lyricism. I always say you can't teach physics in remedial class. I like somebody to teach that physics shit in their rhymes. Some shit that you gotta really think about. That shows the intricacies of what you're trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna go with Danny, man.
Personally, I didn't even want to do it with the coin because I was stupid, but I would probably say Danny as well. I don't think Pat Stay is good for 3 rounds as often as Danny is. I think like Pat Stay will have in some of his like King of the Dot battles, like his first round, it's like the most like complete battle rap shit ever.
On this show, you can't.
But then he just doesn't carry it for the next 2. Like he'll have a sloppy third or whatever. He'll do some shit in his second where he's like goofing around. So I don't know. I think Danny will, start to finish, and just like being a fan of like punchlines. Like I just like hearing quotables and shit like that. So I'll probably like the 3 rounds from Danny more. And I would say unless Pat is like the most complete and prepared he's been in a while, it's going to be tough to, overcome someone who's just like punching every second bar, and a lot of them are going to be hitting. So,
you need to watch that. You need to watch that. Averb versus Pat Stay. Since you got questions if he gonna come with 3 rounds, you need to watch that again. Maybe,
but was it like
this battle?
But was it like 3 like first rounds, or was it like 3 rounds that like he didn't have dry spots in? You know what I'm saying?
Let me just say that like the consensus is that this wasn't like, a lot of times whenever they have judge battles, people will say, oh, such and such got robbed. There's not many people saying Verb got robbed here.
Yeah, but even not watching that, I just still feel the same way. I just think that like for what the crowd I imagine to be like, and just how I see the battle going, I just think it's gonna be a Danny Myers battle.
Well, let me go right now. Let me say this. So even without the twerk battle going down, yeah, I don't know if y'all have seen Danny's recent battles that have dropped. He battled the dude.
I saw you battle St. Mike, right? You battled St. Mike.
Yep.
Right.
That's hot.
That's hot. Fire. He battled a dude named Jose Cuervo.
Was that the random one where you were whipping that random dude? I saw that one. I've seen.
He had another battle that dropped a couple.
Let me see. I battled JUS out in Seattle.
Facts.
That just dropped. I battled Bobby Lee and KH the same night. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been putting in work this year. I got like 9 battles dropped already this year.
Facts. And that goes into my point. So like the whole twerk thing, that really, I don't think that's derailed Danny, because if you've been like, a lot of people aren't like Danny fans, so they're not just going out and watching every battle that he does that drops. But over here, we watch all these battles that people might not watch, and Danny's kind of been whipping the shit out of people this year.
Right.
And I mean, I don't think it's gonna sound crazy because of how many battles he had, but I'm not sure I have Danny losing a round this year so far. And that's not being biased, but like his 3 rounds for St. Mike were that good. He beat the shit out of the dude Jose. He beat the dude JUS. He beat Bobby and KH to me in those 1-rounders. I mean, Danny's going in here with some momentum, but then again, Pat Stay, I feel like he finally shook the stigma. Remember after, I don't know if y'all remember, after the Calico battle, everybody was,
that was
I don't
bad.
know if Pat Stay is the man outside of Canada, you know, and he had that little spell where like he was at Mass and he did all right against Hollow, and then he didn't do very well against Big K, and people were like, damn, Pat can only win in Canada. But then he went and did the UW joint with DNA. He went and did the RBE joint with Verb, and now he's got this. Pat, I feel like Pat's kind of like trying to find himself outside of the brand if he gets the battles that he wants. And I know Danny and Pat have been talking about this since World Dom a couple years ago. So I'm like, it's not like this just came out of nowhere. A lot of people don't know the backstory there, but they've been talking about battling for a while. And Pat even said on a recent interview that he picked Danny, like he chose Danny. So I don't see either of them coming to play on this ship. I am gonna say, me personally, I've said I'm a bar heavy kind of guy. I prefer to like hear punchlines over the performance thing. So I feel like I'm gonna have Danny winning. But Pat, and it's nothing to take away from Pat, because I know he's gonna get up there and he's gonna style on Danny. He's gonna like try to make a whole bunch of jokes. He's gonna like basically like, look at you, you're trying so fucking hard, and I mean, I'm just about to try to effortlessly wrap circles around you. And I do feel like, and it sounds like this is everyone's favorite battle of the night so far. Like, am I wrong here? Y'all debating it a lot.
Let me say this: if Pat stay going in with that attitude, he's gonna get killed. He better come in there for war. He better not go in there nonchalantly. He's gonna get killed if he go in there nonchalantly.
Well, let's go ahead and ask the man. Come on, Danny. Tell us what you expect out of this battle. I mean, I know you're gonna say you're gonna win, but tell us what you think of the battle.
Oh man, it's a different type of battle. Like y'all said, everything y'all said is right. Everything y'all said is right. It's a style clash. You know, I can't stop him from joking and clowning, and you know, I can't stop him from doing that. He's gonna get up there and he's gonna have people laughing. I mean, that is what it is. Now, when we're talking about this rapping shit, there's nothing he can do with it. Like, my bars for Pat Stay are fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know how I get down. I don't take no battle off. I don't take no round off. I don't take a bar off. And I don't think he's seen this many bars ever in his career. And it's not like I'm just barring this dude. Like, I got jokes. I got angles. I got all kind of shit. Like, it's a war. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I think if we both do what we're supposed to do, it ultimately may come down to preference. It may come down if you like his jokes, then he won. If you like my bars, then I won. So, you know, it could turn out a classic, honestly. But I'm coming to kill him. So, whatever. Whatever. Fuck what he talking about.
So right now, I mean, it looks like Danny is the favorite, but I don't think we can count Pat today. So let's move on.
I'll flip the coin again if you want.
Exactly.
Nah, we don't need that. We don't need that.
Nah, dude. It is whatever. It could, but you know.
Here's what we'll do, man. We'll
like I
just
said, you got Danny Myers yelling fucking punchlines, and you got Pat today doing whatever he does. It might be crazy. It might be stupid.
Here's what we'll do, man. We'll go up there.
You put your money on the numbers, and Danny is gonna literally scream punchlines for however many minutes he fucking wants, and he hasn't stopped doing that for however many years. You want to fucking, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
All right. What was you saying, Kaleb?
Well, I said, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go up there. We're gonna have Danny and Pat. And we'll just, like, whoever wins the coin toss, we'll just, that's who wins, man. We'll just save us a lot of struggle trying to decide who won. All right? Sound good? But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's
man,
crazy.
let's keep it going, man. So next battle we got King Los versus Daylight, right? Wait.
I got the
Head
promotion
ice.
team for RBE. No. I see what he's doing here. I got the promotion team for RBE 4-0 on that one. Because
Talk
all
about it, Dre,
this
man. Let's talk about it, man.
because
We'll
all of
get
this
back to
it
it, but
brought
let's
the
just touch on it for a second. My bad. Go ahead.
it brought the conversation back about the card. You know, RBE ARPE kind of dropped the battle real early, so it kind of fizzled a little bit in the intensity or the anticipation for the battle. But now with the negative things that's going on about Daylight and the King Los, which I really wanted to see that battle. That was going to be a lyricist's dream right there. I wanted to see that battle, and I'm kind of disappointed that it got changed. But it kind of brought more buzz back to the whole thing, which got people actually looking at the rest of the battles. So like, hold on, that battle's gone, but look at the rest of these battles. Look at the matchups.
Exactly.
It's good matchups on this card. So it
So
kind of it's a double-edged sword. It kind of messed up because people want to see that, but it kind of brings more light to the rest of the battles on the card.
we'll come back to all of this at the end. But so for those that don't, we got King Los versus Head Ice, the king of the dot chain versus the one of the industry's finest. What are we doing here, fellas? Go let Danny start it out, man. Danny, what are we doing here?
Man, listen, this is crazy. You're talking about it. You're talking about a card full of style clashes.
Yeah.
Like, come the fuck on, man. Like, King Los and Daylight made perfect sense. Why? Because these are two guys who have very high level penny games. Now you take Daylight off the card and then you replace it with Head Ice. Now it's a whole different battle, especially for King Los. Because I don't think he should be going into this battle trying to out lyric Head Ice, because that don't work on Head Ice, and especially in that crowd. Once again, this is gonna be a pro Harlem crowd, and they ain't trying to hear all that shit Lowe's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Once I start talking that street gritty shit that they like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like he's gonna have the house. He's gonna have the house behind him. I don't know how Los like I don't know his approach to this battle. Like I don't know what type of approach he should take or even could take. I don't, because I mean he's preaching a lot of pro-black stuff and positive stuff. So I can't see him talking gangbanger, I'm gonna kill you and all this type of shit. Like he wanted to just have a mind war with Daylight, like just a battle of intellects. This ain't a battle of intellect with Head Ice. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like,
Yo, my bad,
I
bros.
don't know.
I had to use the bathroom. Did I miss anything? What did I miss?
We're talking about
King Los
Head Ice. King Los versus Head Ice. Who's winning? How do you pick a winner? How do you pick a winner for this? Like if Los does the super lyrical shit he does and Ice does the street shit he does, how do you choose who won? Like that's just one you got to see. I can't call a winner, honestly. I don't know. Head Ice got the advantage. I could tell you that right now.
Yeah, I mean, Ice is a battler.
Yeah.
Los is gonna go crazy, but I don't know. It's a weird one to me. I would have obviously liked to see the Daylight battle more, but I always like seeing a Head Ice battle. I just don't know how the fuck they're supposed to battle each other. I still don't get it.
I mean, I got if I gotta predict it, I'm gonna probably say Ice is gonna win because I feel like I don't like betting on these industry dudes who like aren't like even if they've had battles before, like the rap game, and I know everyone can attest to this. It changes so often that you kind of have to be here all the time, to know like what is still relevant, what it is. So I mean, no one's ever accused Ice of being the most lyrical guy, but he's on a win streak right now, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and this win. Go ahead, Dre.
Hey, first of all, I want to say, Farrell, if you're gonna eat, mute up, man. Respect the platform, dog.
Yeah, I just put my pasta salad down. I'm sorry, I had to take a couple
Yeah,
bites. Can I
yeah,
smoke
yeah.
weed?
Respect.
Can I smoke weed? It might be
Hey,
loud.
Caleb.
I got a
Hey,
water
hey,
pipe, you know.
hey, hey, Caleb.
Go ahead,
Talk,
Dre.
talk to your boy.
So what do we got? We got ice or we got Los?
Oh, I might have to. This is another preference battle, though. I gotta say that because Los is gonna come with that lyricism. He's gonna come with that rapper's delight, yo. The things that rappers like to hear. That's the technique and the way you put your words together. That's gonna be it. But on the other hand, Head Ice is just gonna have that gritty street feel. He's nowhere on the bottom tier of the rappers or the lyricists. He's all about the allure and the street presence that he brings. So this is gonna be a preference battle.
Yeah, and I mean I
Yo,
feel like we're saying that a lot, but it's like this is kind of like there's so many different like styles at play on here, you know.
I
But
actually have a lot to say about. I'm sorry to cut you off.
All
Actually,
right,
go
we
on.
gonna get to you. Just wait, we're gonna
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
you.
I'm doing too
Chill
much
out.
right now. I'm doing
We're
too
gonna
much.
get to you.
I'm doing too
so
much.
what I was
I got to mute up real quick. Go ahead, keep going,
so
Caleb, man.
yeah, like I just feel like this is just like a bunch of like it's a bunch of like different battles, you know, like there's normally like you'll see cards like you've had RBE, they've had their writers volume shit. They've had all of those types of things where like it's the best battlers, like the best writers in battling, and you kind of like know what to expect. But here you have so many like intangible elements to deal with. So I don't know, man. Go ahead, Farrell. Say whatever you was gonna say.
I don't know. One thing I will say is that I've been watching or following King Los since he was Swagger Boy Los, you know what I'm saying? Since like probably almost before I really even cared about battle rap. Like not since I knew about battle rap, but like since the fucking Welcome to Swagsville and the fucking all those mixtapes he was dropping when he was on Bad Boy the first time. And King Los has changed a lot as a fucking rapper. He used to be very like mixtapey, like punchline. It almost reminds me of how Daylight was on the Jungle to where Daylight is now, where he's like more of like lyrical miracle and like does like a lot more like wordplay, tries to make you fucking find the hidden meanings and shit. Whereas like back then, he was just like punchline after punchline after punchline after punchline. So I think it kind of comes down to what King Los is going to do, being in a rap battle. I've seen him, spit shit on mixtapes, almost 10 years ago, whatever. That would be hotter than what a lot of people say in battle raps today. At the same time, some of the shit that Los like spit more recently on like some of his albums and where he goes trying to be more intricate with the wordplay, I don't think will translate as well into a battle, especially against someone like Head Ice, who's a lot more like direct, just fucking talking to him. So that's why I think it hurts the most that the Daylight battle is not going down, because like their trajectories as writers and lyricists was so cool. It made it such a cool matchup, but at the same time, that makes it like a little, definitely like a wilder, more like unpredictable battle going in, where I think it really depends on which Los shows up. Not that Los couldn't do, he can still do the street shit. He could still talk to Head Ice if he wants to. I'm sure he's gonna, try and do shit like that, where he proves that he can do more than just be a lyricist who has punchlines and wordplay and all that. But I don't know. I hope the King Los shows up. That was spitting in the park for Cassidy. I don't know if you've seen that video, or like the ones where he was really like punchline heavy and direct and not trying to do all the like patterns where he like run shit back a bunch of times and shit like that. I just don't like that shit as much to begin with. So I hope he just is like really punchline heavy, and obviously he's going to rap his ass off. And Head Ice, you pretty much, I'm not going to say you know what to expect from Head Ice, but I feel like he's not going to try and do anything like crazy out of the box for this one. He's just going to talk that shit, be Head Ice.
All right.
It's cool. It's hard to like, I don't want to like hate on it because it switched up and maybe I'd like to see the Daylight one more, but it's so like they hit us so out of left field with it. I still don't know how to feel about even on like the prep, even on the preparation end. I don't know if fucking King Los had to, scrap all the shit he wrote for Daylight and start whole new rounds.
I'm hoping they kind of wrote like if you watch Daylight's like round, he had a lot of things that were kind of like indirect. They were just applicable. So
yeah, I feel like Daylight always is almost like that nowadays.
Yeah,
though, even when
exactly.
he knows he's going to battle someone, he just writes. That's just how he writes. But I don't know. I hope like King Los is punching. That's all I really care about.
Let me go ahead and I unintentionally I skipped a battle, so we got to spin the block real quick. So we got Iron Solomon and Big K, two of the dopest like white battlers in the game right now. What's it looking like? You go ahead and start it off, Dre.
Hey yo, that was funny. But I got you know me, man. I really don't want to be biased, but I do got to shout out VA before I say anything. But I hope Big K get back to his original form, man. He gotta get back to the Big K that we all really was rocking with. This coming for the bag and get up out of there, spit the lyrics, real interaction with the crowd, just really just going straight through the bars. That Big K can't do that. He can't be there. He has to actually show up this battle because Iron Solomon will bar his life away up there. It's gonna look bad. You see how he looked against T-Top. And T-Top, he spits, but his bars are not on the level that Iron Solomon is on. I'm just hoping that Big K actually shows up. If he shows up, then yes, this battle will be a nice battle to watch. It'll be a classic. But here recently, Big K hasn't really given me no reason to say he'll win this battle or even a round. That T-Top was terrible. The battle with T-Top was terrible. So I'm going on a wing and a prayer and saying Iron Solomon 2-1 and hoping that Big K has enough just to win one round.
Well, let's go ahead and let's ask somebody who's actually faced Big K whenever he was actually doing what he was supposed to. Danny, how you calling this battle, man?
Iron Solomon 2-1.
Clearly?
Or 3-0 for real. Like he was saying, like you're like Big K can't just come in there and just rap and just get his money and go home. Like you can do that. That's your choice. But you're gonna be going home in a box.
Damn, that's a shame.
I mean, honestly, like I was saying, man, Big K, when I saw him versus Half Past 7 on that PG, I was like, God damn, this dude is fucking fire. And he's been fire, from time and time again. Him and Head Ice was the last great Big K, honestly. Like the last great Big K was versus Head Ice. Ever since then, it's kind of been downhill.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And
no, go ahead.
He had some bars here and there versus his Pass, and I still had Pass winning that battle. He did beat JC to me. I won't, I'm not no hater. I thought he beat JC. But overall, if you look at Iron's return and Big K, it's not even a contest.
Yeah. Well, all right, Farrell, how you calling this one? Big K and Iron. You good? It sounds like you dropped your phone in a box of cereal. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. I think something's going. But so I got Iron 2-1. If Big K like returns with the heat that we know that he can have, this could be a very good battle. If not, I don't. Oh man. If not, then I guess that somebody they're gonna have to ship Big Kenny back to VA in a box, man. I don't know. I don't know what to do about the battle, man. It's just kind of. It's a shame to see like how someone so great has fallen. I mean, there's really not much else to say. I'm hoping he does good. He. I didn't think. And now, see, here's where I'm different. I thought that he beat Pass to me, but I mean, I don't think that he has been as bad lately as people like are acting like it. But I know it's not enough to beat this Iron that we've seen in the Nitty battle, in the Chilla battle, in like if Iron comes on his shit, then it might be it might be a long night. But all right. So we got last but not least.
Wait. We got Farrell back. We got to get Farrell's
up?
all opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Big K 3-0. He never lost and he never will. What we got next?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, I got to kick you off the Discord.
No,
Have a nice
actually,
night.
I'm just fucking around. Big K 4-0. He will win the coin flip too.
So I got
Oh man, no, but for real, if you want me to keep it honest, I mean, let's be real. Who's the, who's got the momentum right now? Who do people think is going to win? Who has been winning battles subjectively or not? Iron Solomon is on a crazy run. He had a great return to Smack. He'll probably do great, against JC next week. This is RBE we're talking about, so I guess that whatever. Either way, Iron Solomon's been doing great. Did great against Chilla. Did great against Rumnitty, whatever. He's awesome. But Big K is just like, I don't know, probably my favorite battler right now still. My favorite battler over the past couple of years. And I just always like what he has to say. I think when he comes with 3 rounds, full, complete, or he's just punching, like, especially like you mentioned his battle against Pass. I thought he kind of whooped on Pass. He went crazy, actually. That was my favorite performance from World Dom. And when he's just punchlining and it's just quotable after quotable, I don't enjoy someone having to rap after him. I'd be like, can Big K just keep me rapping? So that's how I hope it goes. I hope he's on his shit because I think we can all agree, like it or not, like him or not, when Big K's on his shit, it's like some of the most dangerous shit in battle rap. Same way with Iron. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That shit's going to be crazy. But I want Big K to win, especially for the sake of how people kind of feel about him lately. I'm rooting for Big K. And I hope it's like battle of the night or battle of the year, regardless, because Iron is very good too.
All right. So last battle on the card, we got A-Verb versus Murder Mook. I'm going to just let y'all chop it up, man. I'm going to go last here. Somebody start it off.
Go ahead, Farrell.
I guess I got to. Man, this one is so damn tough. I'm a huge fan of A-Verb. Even from when he first was battling to as recent, even though I didn't see the Pat Stay one in full. Don't bring that up again. I like what, people say he changed his style. He's not as crazy as he used to be. He writes in a different way, whatever. I still enjoy watching A-Verb. He's awesome. Murder Mook, harder to call because he only battles once every 5 years, but he's Murder Mook. He's like the king of attacking or battling, as people say. People say, whatever, he was going to get washed by Loaded Lux, and then he came back and beat Loaded Lux. So it's like, you can't beat him with bars, whatever they say, all that. So I don't know. He's more, people want to see Murder Mook versus anyone on this card. That's the thing. It didn't have to be A-Verb. I think A-Verb earned it, and I think it makes sense. But people are talking about the return of Murder Mook, so he's kind of winning off that alone, I think. But I hope A-Verb makes it like the return that we want, like the crazy battle we want. When Mook came back against Lux, I mean, it wasn't a good battle. I don't think. I don't know how you guys felt about that battle. I don't think really that crazy. I mean, when he came back against Iron Solomon, how do we feel about that battle? So
when was the last time Murda Mook had a crazy battle? You know what I'm saying? Back and forth.
Yeah.
It's been a while. And I think
I was gonna try to be cordial, but nah, that battle was trash.
on the RBE stage, like Averb could make a great battle with Murda Mook, and I think it'll be like a lot more replayable than either of the return battles Mook's had so far. So depending on, you know, when it goes on in the night and shit like that. But I think if they're up both on point, it'll be the best back and forth Mook has had in a while. Like his toughest fight. And I don't know, I might have to flip another coin if I want to give you a name.
Hey, yo, so Dre, how you calling it?
I got Averb 2-1, yo. I think Mook is too cocky. I think Mook is really just dependent on his legend. I think he's dependent on, you know, people just to respect who he is and the crowd give it to him because he's a little too cocky, man. He's another one that hasn't given me a good reason to say you're gonna win. Okay, now Averb he had a couple of bad battles, but he's been fighting these years. He's been out in the field. He's been outside. Now, Mook has been industry. He's been hiding, playing diva. You know, let everybody call his name and want to charge mega money just to back out. I really want to see if he can, if his talent is equal up to his legend. That's what I want to see. Because right now, all he's doing is he's a good talker. You know, he hasn't proved anything. That what was his last battle?
Pat Stay.
That trash.
Mook.
Yeah, Mook.
His last battle was Iron. No, it was Lux. It was Lux. Lux was after Iron.
Okay, well he got them, but still, that's how long ago he's gonna have to have some content and a style that the way the new generation is, man. You gotta be more updated. I hope he don't come with that old stuff and think it's just because it's Mook that everybody got to catch up to him. No, you might have been a main name or whatever back then, but you got to catch up with the culture. The culture grew without you, and it's evolving without you. So you're gonna have to come up to the standards of what the culture is right now. So me personally, I think that Averb, he's gonna take this battle so seriously. I don't think he's gonna give us that vegan verb feel. I think it's gonna be the old the waves and you know what I mean, the varsity jacket verb, you know what I mean? I think he's gonna be that dude that we all thought was dangerous. The same dude that Mook seen and was like, this dude is for real outside. You know, I think that's who it's gonna be.
I think if me personally, I think he needs to be. You know, he's got to like go back to old school verb if he wants to win. But go ahead, Dre. Were you done? Or?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Go ahead. You know.
Well, let me say this. Me personally, I've never thought that Mook was that as dangerous of an MC as everyone made him out to be. Personally. Because and it might be because like I've had to wait so long to see him battle in these like he really hasn't battled in this era much. Like he hasn't done a whole lot in my opinion, at least with Lux. Like he'll come out, he'll knock the dust off the gloves, give Hollow a fight, Clips, Arsenal a fight, and then just go back for like a year or two. But I don't know, man. But Averb, he's not the same as he once was. If we were talking like 2015 Averb, then yeah, I definitely would probably have him winning this one. But right now it's kind of tough to call. I still want to say Verb 2-1 because I feel like Verb is just such a phenomenal rapper. And I don't really see that many angles that I think Mook could use on Verb that haven't been done to death already. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it Averb 2-1. Danny, what are your thoughts? You've battled Verb.
Yeah, I think Verb is more lyrical, definitely. Mook is probably one of the angle masters in battle rap. But like you were saying, like what angle are you gonna, what angle you gonna come at that we haven't heard before? So it's interesting to watch the battle to see how they are both going to attack each other. I think lyrically, Verb got the advantage. Strategic. Yeah, it's hard to call. I mean, I got Verb winning. You know, like Mook it's crazy that Mook can win, like he's won like 11 rounds in a row, and it's like he still gotta prove himself. But it's like, yeah, man, let's really break those down though. Let's really look at it. 3 rounds versus Young Hot. Young Hot was not good at battle. He wasn't even really a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? He beat him 3 rounds. He battled Solomon, and that was probably the worst. I mean, they both had 5 bad rounds. You know what I'm saying? But you still beat Solomon. You still beat Solomon 5 rounds to nothing. So here you go. Now you're 8-0. Okay, then you go and battle Loaded Lux on Total Slaughter and just kind of outstyled him, I guess. And that wasn't, oh man. So that's another 3 rounds. So he's 11-0. His last 11 rounds. Yet that just goes to show that you wasn't really that fire, honestly, because we still like not convinced. We're not convinced that you're this god of battle rap. You know, because we still don't. We're like we keep saying, like we gotta see you versus. And I mean, who can say they 3-0 Loaded Lux? Like who can say that? Who can say 3-0 Loaded Lux? It just seemed like he be catching these guys on their off game. Like Lux had an off game. Iron Solomon definitely had an off game. I can't, like the iron that's spitting today, Mook wouldn't have beat today's Iron Solomon. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that Iron is saying right now versus Nitty, I can't see Mook 5-0 in that fucking Iron Solomon at all. He just caught these dudes on a fucking, like the universe be lining up for Mook. The universe lines up for Mook. Well, with all that being said, it's still like we're not convinced, bro. Like I'm not convinced that you're this fucking killer like that. Like you gotta show me something versus Verb. Then I'll start giving Mook his props. But until then, I think he's like the Wizard of Oz, man. He's just like this booming presence. You know what I'm saying? Behind the curtain. When you pull the curtain back, he's a regular dude. So whatever.
Okay. Well,
I got Verb 2-1. Only round I can see Mook winning is that third, and that's because it's an unlimited round, and I can see Mook having like an 8-9 minute round. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what are the rounds? Yo, my bad. I had to step out.
They're like 4. I think like 4 to 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like 5-minute rounds.
It's 5 for the first 2, and then the third is unlimited.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And that's the round I got Mook winning because Mook is definitely long-winded and Verb. You know, I think the longer he goes, the more chance he's increasing the chance of choking or stumbling somewhere.
I never heard Verb rap forever, really.
Right, he's
the time limits very aggressively.
I mean, I think
even 5 minutes is a lot.
He could fill a round up. He could fill a round up, but he never raps forever. Like you never got to cut him off, you know.
Exactly.
Right, and I think if Mook like Mook that third round,
he's gonna rap forever. That round he's gonna rap for fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah, and there's no way Verb can get that third round if Mook got he gotta have like some crazy shit. But 2 rounds, if the first 2 rounds, I could see Verb still in them rounds, man, like for real.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me one last thing, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So let's go ahead and like rate the card out of 10, y'all. What 1 through 10? What do y'all rate the card? You go first, Phil.
You said me?
Yeah, for 1 out of 10.
I actually got to hop off because I've been
declining a phone call that I got to make back real quick. But I might hop on it. But yeah, it's an incredible card. I'll just say 10 out of 10 because I don't have a reason to not give it a hot rating. Like Danny said, they might have changed some shit around, maybe people on it that I would have liked more than who's on it, but I don't know. I like everybody on the card. All the matchups, you almost gotta be preference or like say whoever has, you know, is more on their A game or really clear battles on here. You know what I'm saying? You can make a case for anyone. I will say RBE, especially at Club Drama. I've been to a couple of their events there. I haven't been in a while, but I went to like the one that Daylight battled Oops at. I was at the one where O-Red battled Show Off, or I forget. I don't know. Some of my favorite events I've been to, and I've been to a lot of fucking battle events all over the world. RBE events are fucking fire.
And this card in that venue is unreal.
Yeah.
It's gonna be insane. I wish I could be there. If I was still living up north, I actually debated like just flying up for it, but shit happens. I can't do it. But I would definitely have been there. It's insane. Are any of you guys, or besides Danny, gonna be there?
I'm not gonna be able to make it, but I bought the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Dre, you're not going, are you?
Oh no, definitely not.
I'm
gonna get
pay-per-view,
the pay-per-view.
100%. Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be awesome. Yo, I'm gonna hop off, but I just wanted to say that, yeah, shout out ARP. If he was listening to this or not, it's gonna be an awesome card. I'm definitely getting the pay-per-view to support. Also shout out Outsider Media Group, right?
Yeah.
And you three for having me. I might hop back on in like 15 minutes or something if you guys are still shooting the shit, but if not, it's been real.
All right. Salute, brother.
NB.
Well,
What up?
let's get Danny next, man. Danny, go ahead. Don't.
I think. I mean, it's a card full of style clashes, man. I think it's a 7.5 out of 10 to me.
Okay.
I personally don't like the ill will and is that what's his name? Big T?
Big T, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that battle on the card at all. Like, and main, it's not because of ill will. It's more so a Big T, and he's just a risk. Like, he's a risk. Also, Big K is a risk at this point for real. Like, but Big K does show up on RBE, for the most part. So I'm quite sure we're gonna get a good Big K this battle. But that ill will and Big T that could have been something else. Like they could have did another battle. But 7 out of 5, 7.5 out of 10.
All right, Dre. Go ahead, man. What do you rate it out of 10?
Out of 10, I gotta give it 8.5 out of 10 just for the what type of guy I am. We've been chopping it up long enough. You know that I like lyrics, I like competitive battles and stuff like that. I like the clashes of the battles, the different styles. So I gotta give it an 8.5, man. I think I'm gonna like this card right here.
Yeah. Me
And that's
personally,
standing on its own. I'm sorry. And that's
No, go ahead.
standing on its own, not comparing it to nothing else. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to compare it. I'm trying
any
to
other
rate it
card,
off of what it is right now, what it is, not what you already or anybody else is doing, what the card is as it stands. And I definitely got to give it an 8.5.
Yeah. All right. Well, me personally, I'd probably give it about an 8 out of 10. I really like the card. I think, like I said, I think it's got a lot of intangibles. Like seeing B Dot on that coast for the first time, having the possibility of seeing Big T like maybe do well again. Mook and Averb is a possibly fire match. Seeing what Big K we're gonna get, Danny and Pat, how that style clash is gonna go down. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. And if the quality of the battles are better, I can give it a better rating after that. But with what they've put together and like what I know about like what they've had to work with, I can be confident giving this an 8 out of 10. So all right, that's gonna wrap up this segment. With Outsider Media Group, Kaleb, Danny, Dre, signing off. Y'all have a nice night, all right?